All right, leave him be.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Szulski. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business. Got a problem? Take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. How exactly did you find me?
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to... Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer. What am I supposed to do with your sympathies?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following, and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I meant the one and only flaw that reveals itself in youth.
And what salutor latched onto it? The Golden Duck of Warsaw?
Very funny. I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the other ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. That's not such a bad price for relative peace. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws.
I've got a sister, twin. But I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
You'd better find out if you want to get rid of the golem. Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
Ah. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
I'll risk it.
Ready?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
There's one taken.
What?
Cop, Fyakir, Hackney, what don't you understand?
Do we need to spell it out for you? Get out!
I'm afraid I must insist. I'm in a hurry.
To your grave, I guess.
Driver, stay here. This won't take long.
Remember when you promised to show up for the lecture? It doesn't matter anymore.
I had a lot on my mind.
Well, yes. What brings you here?
The store looks better than I remembered. More human.
I've sorted through the remaining junk and I'm keeping the monkey brains, prepared corpses, and potency ointments just in the catalog now, so mothers can come here with their kids.
Do you want to be better than father?
People look at a businesswoman strangely, so I intend to prove to them that I'm better than businessmen. I'm doing my best.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
Do you trust me, sister?
I trust you. And I'm glad that you're here with me, even if it's not always easy.
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
A flaw is a hidden stamp that sometimes defines our behavior or even our lives. It's formed in the subconscious and centers around the things that matter most to us. It might be the memory of something tragic or shocking from the past, or something that takes us over completely, obsessively. If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously this time.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm putting you second. Work comes first. To work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it, not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I will. And thank you for opening up to me. And good luck.
Thank you.
I meant the people who stand in your way.
Thank you.
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. It looks to me like he did this out of hatred.
I have the urge to send that laundry of his up in smoke. What's our connection to all this?
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Are we going down into the synagogue basement?
Ariel Rofa is already waiting for us. He's the one leading this whole thing.
Do I know him?
I sincerely hope not. He's not a suitable companion for you.
Oh, now I'm dying of curiosity.
There's no time.
How exciting! I feel 10 years old again.
Darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I think we've met. Wiktor Szulski.
Ariel Rofa. The pleasure is mine.
Mr. Rofa, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Szulski. And you must be dear Wiktor Szulski. My regards.
The mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Wiktor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you with your flaw can lure the golem here.
Will I lose my flaw in the process?
Well, that's linked with aspirations, chasing something. Ambition, even to an excessive degree. And yes, you will lose it.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
Thank you for trusting me.
But him, I don't know about.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
Won't it come?
Patience. more faith, Feldman. More faith! Yit Kadash Shimiraba. Ready?
Yes.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
I've reconsidered our deal, Ariel.
What?
threatening now, are you?
Even Ganefs have more honor.
Fuck off. No one is allowed to hurt my sister.
Fuck off!
Enough! Stop! Both of you! Not here!
You're lucky, Szulski.
That's enough, Mr. Rofa.
You'll be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life.
Let's get your sister to a safe place. I'll call a carriage.
We're safe, since I've got the golem.
I hope you know what you're saying.
How do you feel?
Like before. But more so. I need to sign all the sureties and tackle the shelf of ointments in Mirov. What about you?
For the moment, I'm okay. I have to go. I think you should rest.
Nonsense. I don't have time for this. Wiktor? I think Papa would have been proud of you.
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
I do. It's a big change. A positive one.
There, see? He's not so bad. This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
Maria and Magdalena. Very interesting. Do you work for the Anastasia?
Grigori invited us here.
He's waiting for you.
Look at you two, joined at the hip. Are you ever apart?
Rarely. We complete one another, not just in conversation.
Stop it. I'm sure he's not here to talk to us.
Then what do you want?
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know, we know.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Wiktor.
What's going on? What sort of little shindig is this?
It's an expression of gratitude.
I didn't expect crowds. I was hoping we could speak privately.
Patience. Have a seat, as I asked you, and all will be explained. Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Wiktor Szulski. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga. The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill.
What's troubling him?
Life is spilling out of him. The devil himself is tearing him apart from the inside, demanding blood.
Poor child.
But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Wiktor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
It's true. If not for Grigori, I wouldn't be among you anymore. I'd have lost my mind. But thanks to his miracles, I'm still here, and I can testify to that.
I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
You can count on me.
Admirable loyalty. Impressive.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul. Living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything. Offering unhindered freedom. To the Thaumaturge's health.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that. My head's about to explode.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Sleep is a waste of time.